Good evening, everybody. It's Rose Thorne. So tonight's video is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I just never had the time because trying to keep up with Foodie and all of her daily live streams is pretty tough. Sometimes she'll do 3 or 4 videos a day, and so I have to focus on covering all the live streams and doing reacts to them. But I feel that tonight is the perfect time to do a video like this, considering that Foodie is become more greedy than ever, trying to milk people for more money with the new VIP tier memberships. So I want to take everybody back to the very beginning of her channel, to the very, very beginning when she got on YouTube and she started making content. And I want to show the progression of her greed and of her scamming and go into detail about it. So the video that you see in front of you, this was one that was done in 2017. This is when Foodie was not monetized. She first got on YouTube and she was experimenting with her content as most young YouTubers do. If you don't know exactly what you want to do for your channel, you'll go through a period of experimentation where you try out different things to see what strikes a chord with people. She did many different things. She did uh, glam hauls, makeup looks, video game playthroughs. She did a variety of different things for her channel. And it's really sad that she offered much more variety as someone when she wasn't monetized as she did when she became monetized. But this is Foodie. This was a period when she was still with BB. And here she is showing off her glam bag haul in 2017.
For my glam bag, and I have put every product in this bag on my body today. So for those of you who don't know, quick rundown of Ipsy, it is a monthly subscription service for $10 US a month. And you get a cute bag, a different bag each month with 5 products, mostly large sample sizes. You do get maybe 1 or 2 full size depending. But a lot of there usually are really high quality stuff. So if you're wondering, because I'm in Canada, Canadian price usually after tax, shipping, and exchange is usually 19 something. So it's under 20 bucks. So it's still a really good deal. All right. So I know that I already used this product. So it's technically not an unbagging or unboxing.
Notice she's not doing any kind of outrageous behavior in this early video. You know, there's no hee-heeing, there's no burping, there's no farting. She was just being a normal person. So the Foodie that we know today is not the Foodie that once was. Over the course of time, her behavior changed just to be more outrageous, to get more attention, to get more people watching her. But as you can see from this video, when she started out her channel, she was pretty much acting like a normal person and talking like a normal person. But this is in the early days of Foodie, when she wasn't monetized, she wasn't getting that Google AdSense money. So she was just right now, for this moment, trying to figure out what to do for her channel and trying to get people into her. Now, this was done in 2017, and now we're going to move on to this mukbang that she did. And again, this was still during the period where she was with BB. She was still in a relationship. And this is when she stumbled upon doing mukbangs. And as everyone is aware, Foodie Beauty, once she started doing mukbangs, things really took off for her because the mukbang thing was very, very popular with people. And she dove headfirst into it. And while she was with BB, she started doing these mukbangs for people, started getting a lot of views. A lot of people started watching her. And she started to gather more of the feeder crowd around her because they were very much into that content. So she dove headfirst into the mukbang stuff and getting a very big feeder audience, and she started catering much more to them.
I don't know if you guys watch the Ralphies or not. If you don't already, I'm sure a lot of you do. You need to check out their channel. I love them so much. They're the cutest Canadian couple, and they were eating McDonald's, and I was like, "Hey, Mark." So I have ketchup, Check.
Notice the difference between the two videos already. So here she is a year ago. She wasn't doing the hee-hee thing. She wasn't doing the hee-hee thing. A year later, she's already starting to adapt some outrageous, annoying behaviors.
Yes. If you're overweight and you eat Big Macs, comment below, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. So yeah. Okay. Do you guys like ketchup on your fries or not really?
So at this time, I don't know exactly if Foodie was monetized by YouTube at this time, but I know for certain she was getting a lot more views. And a lot of people might say, Foodie, she's not smart enough to scam people. And I've always maintained that you don't have to be smart to scam people. You just have to know how to do it. So at this stage of her channel, Foodie is figuring out what people are paying attention to, and that's what she's catering to. She's catering to getting the views from people and the possibility that maybe that's what Google AdSense monetized her channel. So if it's monetized, you know, she's wanting to make the most money with it. So she is definitely into doing the feeder content. This next video, this was after her breakup from BB. As you can see, the background is different. This is when she started living at the villa with Pete's. So she is eating. She's still catering to the feeder people. Still eating the very large meals. And still doing what she can to make money.
Wing sauce.
I also want to point out with this video that some of her behaviors in this video are things that people do to cater to feeders, like the sucking on the fingers, licking on the fingers, eating sloppy. This is all stuff that the feeder content people look for. So she's definitely catering to them here. So again, catering to those people who are watching and giving her views, possibly giving her money offline. You know, she's definitely catering to them.
So just before I start this video, if you're triggered by fat people eating noises, because I'm always surprised when I get a comment of somebody saying something like, "You chew like a cow. Why are you eating like that?" Because it's a mukbang. People like eating noises. If you don't like people eating, you may not want to watch a mukbang. Okay? So, dirty shirt. All right. So let's start eating because I'm so hungry. You know what? Okay, now we're good. All right.
So for quite a long time, Foodie catered to the feeder crowd. And that's how she made her money. She made her money off the views, and she made money off of the feeders, either directly through her channel or indirectly with them sending her money privately to do requests. I have seen different videos in the past where Foodie was clearly taking requests from feeders, and she was doing eating content on camera for them because they were paying her to eat certain things. I do remember one particular live stream that she did where she ate 3 ice cream sandwiches and a frappuccino, and there was something else, and she was struggling to eat all that food. She was already full. She was eating the food. She would lay down for a minute to try to get more room in her stomach, and then she would go back to eating. Hands down, that was a feeder request. Somebody paid her to eat that food. And if she did it once, she probably did it multiple times. She's a creature of habit. So she eats the same things all the time. So whenever you see Foodie eating something different she doesn't normally eat, you can bet your butt that's probably because a feeder paid her to eat that. So at this time period, she's content with just the views from her videos, making money off of that. She's content with getting money from feeders offline, but that wasn't enough for Foodie. That definitely wasn't enough for her. She's actually taken it a step further. Over the course of time, let's see, we got board beezing. Now, the video you're seeing in front of you, this was after the New Year's Eve live stream that she did, the first one that she did, where she made $600 just in super chats from people. When Foodie did that live stream and she made that amount of money, a light bulb clicked on in her head. And that's when she decided that very night, no more edited content, no more edited videos. She was just going to live stream all the time. You know, edited videos, they make whatever they can make, but live streams, you can make super chats, you can make money right away versus waiting for the views. And she started doing that for the longest and wore everybody out with it to the point where the amount of super chats coming in became less and less. And that's when she decided to turn on memberships because the memberships were guaranteed money. It was like automatic super chats that she didn't have to wait around for. So she started up the memberships for $4.99 and people started buying into them. But despite the fact that people were paying their $4.99, she wasn't respectful to the members. She was rude. She was very disrespectful, threatening. And this video right here, what year was it done? Let me just see real quick. This was August 22 of 2021. This was just this year. That's when Foodie really started to kick things into high gear with trying to figure out what made her money and how to make more money. And she was rude and disrespectful to her VIBs, but she would do things to manipulate them and abuse them. And Foodie is a person that she likes to test the limits of anyone that's around her, seeing what she can get away with. With Foodie, she's rude and disrespectful to the members, like I said, but she will go through periods of being abusive to her own members, and then she'll come back and apologize, and then they calm down, and then she'll go back to abusing them. She has threatened people with blocking. She has blocked people, then unblocking them. You know, it's her testing people to see what she can get away with and what they'll put up with. And she did that for an entire year. I mean, this whole past year of 2021 was one hell of a ride where she took us on a journey of talking about drugs, doing drugs on camera, to the point where she was nearly incoherent, talking about DV and telling people that Natter was hurting her, to the point where they were very, very, very concerned and telling her to stay away from him, and yet she would not stay away from him, and you guys don't understand. 2021, for anybody watching Foodie, whether it was a VIB or a reactor or just a viewer, everybody was completely stressed out and worried. Also, with the VIB chat, Foodie pretty much locked down her own channel. And she put the conversation that she would have with anyone behind a paywall. This is when the paywall thing actually happened. If you were someone on her channel, just a regular viewer, she put her conversation behind a paywall, pretty much forcing anyone who wants to talk to her to pay the $4.99 per month. If you're not paying the $4.99 a month, you're not able to talk to her. Also, during this time period, Foodie figured out that it wasn't just through the VIB memberships where she could make money. Oh no, she figured out another way. She figured out that if she kicked the hornet's nest hard enough, often enough, people would get in her chat and they would send her super chats. And super chats, whether you send them through for positive reason or negative reason, they all spend the same. So her behavior became more outrageous, more anger inducing than ever. Getting on camera, talking down to her cats, coming on camera filthy, dressed in dirty clothes, being rude, being snobbish. Everything she did this past year has all been geared towards creating more drama, creating more views, getting people to sign up for the memberships, sending more super chats. Foodie, she's not smart in a lot of ways. But when it comes to YouTube and making money, she is smart. Or she's getting smart very quickly because she's figuring out what gets the most money. So conversation for free with Foodie, not going to happen. By creating the VIB memberships and doing members only chats, she put the conversation behind a paywall. She made it exclusive. You want to talk to Foodie, you got to pay for the privilege. And a lot of people were very happy to sign up for the privilege. And by doing so, every single person who paid a membership, it was pretty much like a guaranteed super chat every single month. So, with that said, this whole past year, she was also seeing Natter and using the whole drama with Natter to make money. Streaming at her house, talking about Natter, streaming at his house just to get more attention. The scam was expanding. On top of that, aside from her own channel, she created the second channel for Natter under her Google AdSense account so that, again, she could make more money. So not only was she making money on her channel, but the second channel for him. All the super chats he receives goes directly into her bank account. And how do I know this? Because the channel got monetized very, very quickly. And if you're a YouTuber, that just doesn't happen. Last video. This is the last one. This is her doing a get ready with me to go over to Natter's. Chantal, what's left to be said about her? She is finding more and more ways to make money off of people. Manipulating people's emotions and feelings, be it by crying and getting sympathy, or talking about concerning things like her grandmother or her pets. There's absolutely nothing this woman will not do to make money. There's no topic she won't touch to make money or get attention, or both. If she can help it, she'll use a topic for both. If she can't help it, just one. So this past year, she's brought up her grandmother, brought up her family, brought up her cats. I mean, everything she does, everything she shows us, everything that she puts on her channel, it's all for attention and for money. And now we've arrived at a place where she's turned it up a notch. Not only is she charging the $4.99 memberships, but now she's added 2 more tiers of memberships. One for $7.99 and one for $24.99. So not only does she make conversation with her exclusive, but she's asking people to pay even more money to talk to her. And there's no great content on her channel. There's nothing planned. It's just the same old, same old. If you're someone and you want to talk to Foodie, you want to listen to her complain and bitch about things, you got to pay more money for it. So here's Foodie, again, trying to find a way to scam people out of more money versus doing what she should do as a YouTuber and giving quality content, and she'd make plenty of money that way. I've been watching Foodie for a long time. watching her scam people, watch her lie to people, coming to the table with claims of DV. At the same time, she's hanging out with the person who's supposed to be hurting her or has hurt her. Watched her doing the drugs on camera. Foodie, by doing everything she's been doing, she's testing the limits of her VIBs to see exactly just how much they'll put up with, just how far she can push them until they break. And so far, they haven't broken yet. And until they break, or just about break, she's going to keep pushing the limit of what she can put them through and how much money they'll pay her. She just has it in her head that, you know, she can just go on scamming and lying to people and they'll put up with it. And so far, people have. So the circle of lies continues, the circle of scamming continues, but she went from this right here, being a YouTuber who was young and just trying to find their way, putting out quality content, doing a variety of content when she wasn't monetized, over to here, being somebody who's monetized, making thousands of dollars a month, and monetizing every single lie, every single traumatic topic and situation she can for coin, creating memberships and creating an atmosphere within those memberships that she wants you to pay her, but she's not really going to give anything back. She never has, and she never will. So we'll see in the future what happens with Foodie. But I want to make you guys aware of where she used to be, who she used to be, and how monetizing her channel changed her from this to that. From somebody who did content for YouTube, did a variety of different content, was much healthier when she was not monetized, to being completely unhealthy, making thousands of dollars a month, and completely focused on scamming people out of much money as possible and not providing any kind of quality content in return. So that's the video I wanted to make. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great night, and please take care. Bye-bye.